So today I'm thinking that we begin a new build. And I think it's going to be around this waterfall that I just built, sort of hanging off of it in platforms. Now, this waterfall looks really wide and doesn't quite seem to fit exactly what it's looking at, but this is a fantasy build, so it really doesn't matter. Plus, it's the way I want to build it, you know? It's Minecraft. Play the way you want to. And what I'm thinking is we're going to have platforms that go down and across different parts of the waterfall, and we're going to have houses and things like that on there. And it's going to be the place where our elves live. Now, I've got a bunch of materials in our inventory which are not going to be used for this build at all. And what I do want to use is somewhere over there in some chests. But what I did notice is we have a couple of these guys over here, which it might be fun to tango with them for a little bit. If I remember right, I don't get... Ouch. Yeah, I don't get the actual um, issue, the curse, or whatever it's called, until I drink... Yeah, I don't get bad omen until I drink this bottle. So we're going to hold on to that until we're able to take on a trial chamber. And we'll pick this up, hopefully ward away any others who might want to come by and be annoying. Because, you know, that's how it works. Also, we have our lovely pup here, which we will be naming Scout. Thanks, James, for leaving the comment of the name for our dog. It was the best one that I saw. And now we have another dog, which y'all can also name as well. So feel free to leave a name in the comments for that dog, as well as for our mule over here. Yeah, we got a mule. I got a donkey and a horse between episodes, and I bred them, and now we have a mule. So feel free to leave a name in the comments for the mule. But for now, let's see if we can do a little bit of exchanging here. I'm going to want all these slabs and trap doors to begin with. And I think let's get started on our build. So first of all, I think I'm going to want to start with getting a way to go down there. So we've got to figure out exactly how we want that to work. We can come off of this place here. That's not going to work. We're going to have to push it back a little bit. And maybe shape this up a little bit. Doing something like this. Sort of have a double wide staircase going down here. See if we can make this look pretty nice. Okay, so we've got a nice staircase going up and down. And I think from here, we're going to do a rounded platform here with a bridge that goes around and another rounded platform over there with maybe another way back up. And we'll start with having a house or two on the rounded platforms. So yeah, something like this is looking pretty good. Let me just fill in these spots. You know, what I didn't think about is that this is a bottom slab. And if I put anything down, it's perfect. It's perfect. I didn't make a mistake. It's all good. It's all good. So now we've got this, and I feel like this is going to be the best place to start our bridge. And we've got to get over there, but the sun is setting and our bed is down there. So let's hop down and go to sleep. Okay, so from here, I think it would be cool if we could maybe start with the platform so we can see what we're aiming for, and then we can build the bridge sort of going down towards it, and then we'll figure out how to get back up there. So let's head over there and see if we can't make that work. Okay, so something maybe about this high would be pretty good. So let's start here. And roughly make something just about the same size, except maybe shifted over a couple of blocks. So let me think about how to do this. That's the center. We'll go over a few. And then, okay. And this one is going to be partially in the side of the mountain here, which could be pretty cool. Taking a look in free cam here, I'm really enjoying how this looks. We just got to figure out how to connect them and make it make sense. So it may be an interesting sort of dip down first and then a sort of rounded and then steep climb up. So I may need to make some stairs, but this could be pretty cool. I'll have to figure out exactly how to make everything look supported also because it just looks like flat discs sort of floating in the air, and that doesn't necessarily look great. Okay, so I have finished putting in the platforms and sort of some safety measures here. Let's go back into free cam. And it's significantly safer, though the supports in certain spots look kind of funny. Like right here, it's just sort of floating in the air. And this one back here is also just floating. So what I'm thinking is I need to get some supports in because obviously the mountain can't support a platform this large without it falling off. And I think it would look a lot better if we had some sort of supports too that would help decorate it some and it would give it some physics. So let me think about this and let's see what we can come up with. We got the supports in and everything looks really, really good. I do have to say, I didn't come up with the idea for the supports myself. I did look up a video by a guy named Avomance. I'll link the video in the description about how to build the supports. I think that they lend a nice view for everything. You can see them over there on the other platform, though they do kind of blend in a little bit with the dirt, but I think that's totally okay. I think it's totally okay. And I did add a few buttons on each of the spruce logs as well, which wasn't a part of the little clip of me running across the bridge with the dogs. But now the real build begins. I mean, the hardest part's over. We've got everything done here as far as the bridge and the platforms. But now it's time to actually build a couple of buildings on these platforms. And one of them is going to be dug a little bit into the mountain here, while the other is going to sit solely on that platform. We're going to have an enchanting hut as well as a hut of some other kind, though I'm not quite sure what it's going to be. And we're going to try and do this to the best of our ability in the style of the elves. So let's see how that turns out. And here we have something not too fancy and maybe not super elvish, but I still like it. It's got a lot of light colors, which is what I think elves would tend to use. And yeah, so let's open the door. It's very, very simple. It's pretty much just a starter survival house that you would use. Maybe you got a little chest with a crafting table, and then it's got a furnace, of course, your bed, and just some nice carpeting with a little place to sit while you're enjoying your cup of morning Joe. And I'm sitting in the window for some reason. Oh well. But now what I'm going to do is we're going to come across over here where the dogs are. And we are going to dig this little hill out here and begin building an enchantment room in here, which will hopefully turn out really, really nicely. I'm also realizing that I don't have all the books or obsidian or anything else like that that I need for enchanting. So we are going to have to go on an adventure back to our dwarven and hobbit builds. So we'll have to go check those out. And of course, we'll have to do some more work on them in later videos. But let's finish digging this out and see exactly how much room I'm going to need. And then we'll do our adventure. All right. So if we put our enchantment table, say, about here, that should give us plenty of space to go in an interesting pattern, maybe with our bookshelves. Something like that ought to actually give us all the enchantments we need, and we can use the rest of the space up here for the build. And of course, we'll use the wall all the way wrapped around a little bit to these fences, maybe just to the wall there. And I think the dogs are going to be a great thing to protect our area here as we get ready for the enchantment setup. So let's go grab a nap. Then we're going to grab our mule and head back to our other bases to grab diamonds and our enchantment setup. Now that we're back here at our starter base, it's time to head over to our hobbit hole to see if we can get some more food. We're running low, and see if we have any other books or leather. We're gonna need a lot more than what we have. Come on, mule. Well, now that we made it back here, it's raining. Joy, but hopefully it'll help the crops grow a little bit quicker. But while we're here, you can meet Shulk, our donkey, this horse that I picked up along the way, and their offspring together, Mule. They need better names. But it looks like we have some potatoes grown, and we can probably get some of that before we head off to our dwarves to get our diamonds and obsidian. And while we're here, we should have just about everything we need. Let's check our chests. A little bit of leather. Ooh, a lot of diamonds. Lapis would be great. And significantly less leather than I was hoping for. Wait, where are you going? Before the mule runs off, we probably ought to start heading back towards the Elven Waterfall. So let's get on the mule, and I'll meet you guys back there. I'll do some cow hunting on the way, and hopefully we can get enough leather to make everything we need. The most horrifying thing just happened. My mule just ran right into the lava, and before I could even have a chance to help him get out, he died. I don't even know what happened. F in the chat for mule, the nameless one. Let's keep going. I think that will do. A nice grave for a good friend. All right, time to move on. Let's get back to our build and see if we can get that enchantment hut built up and ready to go. Well, we managed to get our enchantment table set up, and it has level 30 enchantments, which would be great if I had 30 levels. I only have 8. But don't worry, I've got a plan for that. But first, let's take a look at everything we got here. Most of the time when people set up their enchantments, it's they got the bookshelves just in a U shape around it, and I don't really like that. I like having a different look here with maybe a couple of entrances here to the enchantment table, and it just, I don't know, it just makes it seem more, I don't know, enchanting to me. But of course, we've got our anvil, we've got our grindstone, and we have a chest which will hold our lapis. But my plan for getting our levels involves a little more obsidian. And I'm thinking it would actually be pretty cool to include the nether portal as part of the build for the enchantment area. Just have to figure out exactly how I want to do this. Maybe we dig in a little bit here and we create some sort of a room. Maybe something like this ought to work. And just to fill in that space, cobblestone would be good. This could be pretty cool. It keeps it pretty hidden, and maybe we can have some sort of secret door. Uh, maybe this may not work for a secret door, but we can definitely do something here. I just need to not put blocks on the nether portal, but I just need to light it, and I don't have any flint and steel, so let's go grab some. Nice. And now it's time to check out our spawn. We just need to maybe find some gold for a golden helmet, or find someplace safer to mine more netherrack. This is gonna be a fun day. Where will I find gold? I think what I want to do is I want to start making my way over to our dwarven mine, because I think I have some gold over there, but it's probably not the safest or even the quickest really to go through the overworld again. I mean, it's probably the safest, but it's definitely not the quickest. So let's see if we can actually gather some more obsidian and make another portal over on that side. We definitely need a quicker way to get back and forth anyways. So let's go look for some obsidian, and once we get that, then we can get some more portals going inside the nether. Sounds like there's some lava around here. Let's check out what's going on underneath. There it is. Oh, perfect. And now we mine away. Let's grab some extra blocks and let's drop off our diamond armor, which is probably going to be horrifying. Don't want to lose it though. And let's take those tools. Won't need that. And okay, let's hope we can make it without losing any of our diamond stuff. And I just need to do some quick math of division, and we'll be on our way. All right, here we go. Hey. -16, -180 is what we're aiming for. And of course, it's through the basalt delta. Lovely. This is such fun. Much hate. Let's grab some quartz on our way. So much basalt delta. My pinky is so tired. My heart is beating so fast. Oh, that's not good. Oh my gosh. Oh no, 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 no. Okay. I think he jumped off. Oh, what a fool. Well, while we're in the Soul Sand Valley here, let's grab some of this. And hopefully we can get some for farms and stuff like that later. Let's use torches to mark our way back, at least to the bridge. There we go. Now we shouldn't get too lost. Ooh, quartz. I think we're here. Let's mine this area out and see if we mess up our build at all. And moment of truth. Okay. And we're in a cave. A very dark cave. Looks like there's some light up there. And I am about 20 blocks off. So I just need to figure out how to get up there. Okay, and where are we? No, not bad at all. There is our dwarven mine. Let's get in, grab our gold, and we should be able to venture safely, more safely, in the nether. Gold! Ooh, and let's grab this armor. That's probably an okay thing to lose. And there we go. Now we're safe for the nether. Well, we got what we came for. Time to head back and hopefully get a bunch of quartz so we can get a bunch of levels and we can get our first tool enchanted. And then we can finish our elf build. Hello there. You congratulating me on my level 30? That's so kind of you. I'm just gonna grab a few more blocks here and then I'll be out of your net. Now we get to head back home. Oh, and the sun is setting. Well, now we have a connected area in the nether that's going to make travel back and forth between the two areas so much better. But now that we're safe back home with 30 levels, it's time to get something enchanted. But I'm not sure if I'm going to do a tool or a piece of armor, mostly because my tools were completely chewed through with the last build and running through the nether. I will even let you in on a secret to let you know that I broke 2 shovels working on this build over here. That's a little excessive. But now let's see what kind of enchantments we can get. See, Unbreaking 3, Knockback 2. I think the tools will all get the same enchantment. Yeah. What about the armor? What can we get on that? We'll get Unbreaking 3, Thorns, Unbreaking 3, and Depth Strider. Not the end of the world if we don't get a great enchantment. Probably not on the axe or the pickaxe. Let's do the boots. That's not bad. I'll take it. That'll help us move through water a little bit quicker. And we have some more protection, so that's nice. We got some enchanted boots. Let's go. Okay, but for now, we do need to build up something around our enchantment area here and make sure it makes sense to include our nether portal. And I was thinking we might use some of the nether quartz that we got, as well as some of the cherry blossom tree wood, the pink stuff that we used in the other build. And I also want to somehow make it incorporate the spruce as well as the birch. So I've got a little bit of thinking to do, but I think it'll look pretty good. Let's get to work. I think I'm going to need to make another axe and probably some other tools just so we can make sure we get all the materials we need. Let's go grab some spruce, some birch, and some cherry, and then we'll start converting everything else. I'll meet you guys back over as we start doing our final build for the episode. All right, so I think we're going to want to bring the build up against the wall, probably about here, and then bring it over about there and all the way back to maybe there. Oh, right there. And that should give us enough space to be able to put a wall in behind the bookshelves and include the nether portal room here in some form or fashion. I think this is going to look pretty good. We just got to figure out exactly how to put the shape in and make it look a little bit different than that. I'm thinking I want it to be a little bit more grand since it is the enchantment area, and I think it would just make it look a lot cooler if this was a little bit more uh, pointy, maybe? Maybe that's the word to use? I don't know. Words don't always work for me. But I think this is going to be a pretty cool build. But for now, I'm going to go grab a nap, and then we're going to... Oop, I almost fell off the edge there. But for now, I'm going to go grab a nap, and we're going to then get working on the build. And we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so I think if we go up a few more blocks, come over here and do the same. Then we can come back here, remove that dirt, add a block, and then build up the supports. Okay. And we'll probably, let's go ahead and remove this layer of dirt. All right, and then now we can build up the supports here. Nice. Okay, so we do have a little bit of cross support right there on that one, which is only 3 high, but I think if we go cross support here with maybe on the 4 high, that may look I messed up there. A little bit better on this one. And all the way across. That should be good. And then we'll come in here with half of these being birch planks. And the door will be about right here. And then we'll mix in some of the stripped birch as well. All right, so these two spots here are going to be where windows go. And, of course, here's our door. Oh, and that wasn't meant to be a hole. Okay. Maybe we knock this part out here and this part out here also to give more window. That could look good. And we probably want to replace this wall too so it matches everything else. And I guess we're going to bury everything in. So we might want to just move this and this. That ought to look pretty good. It is a little weird that the bookshelves are sticking out here and not here. But maybe that's intentional. Otherwise, we need to push these two beams back into the wall and remove that layer of dirt too. I'll think about it because maybe that's not such a big deal. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments what you think. If I need to move this out, this wall back into the wall, move this wall back into the cliff a little bit to make it look different here, because this is interesting. I don't mind it so much, but it either needs to be one way or the other, and with it being both ways, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. But for now, it's time to work on the roof. And I want to incorporate some quartz in this roof. So I just need to figure out if I want it to be framed by the spruce again and somehow incorporate the quartz around that, or if I want to use the quartz to frame the roof. I don't know. I'm gonna need to think about that. Okay, so after a little bit of thinking, I decided to pull up our enchantment table and actually move it over the one block. So I think it's gonna be something like this. And I need a lot more wood. Hold on, and just pop that down right there. Use some of the spruce. And we've got our bookshelves back. So then now we can do a little more of our decoration here. Yeah, something like that should be good. And then we can add our grindstone back. We can put our anvil there and our chest with our lapis there. That should work pretty well. We have some empty space over here, but we can figure out something to do with that. And in fact, we can put our crafting table right there. I think that'll work nice. Okay, so now we need to refocus back up on the roof. And to be honest, I did spend a little bit of time in creative just kind of messing around. And I think I have an idea, though I'm not sure how it's going to work super well with it being partially in the wall. But we'll see. So, to begin, I'm going to need at least to turn these into slabs. And I think we've just got to get started. I think that it's something like this. And then we go up a half slab. And then up a half slab. Nope. Oh, wait. Yeah, hold on. I got to move the window over. Okay. And then we come back here with the half slab, bringing it back down. Ooh, I almost fell. Bringing it back down to this point, and then working it back up. That point, and finally, here we come back down. Now, the tricky part is this point, we start coming back with it and going up about half a slab or so, which is going to mess up a little bit. but we'll just figure it out and play along with it as we go. And this is where it gets buried in the dirt. So let's figure it out on this side, and then we can show you how the roof is going to look. Okay, so that's pretty much the frame, but there are a few other steps that I need. So that's the shape of the roof, the frame of it anyways. And whether it looks like much of anything yet or not is yet to be determined. But we've definitely got to fill it in with the actual roofing material. But as always, first we must take a nap. All right, so this is the hard part. We bring it down and pretty much remove all of this. I might be wrong about that. Let me go double check. Yep. I did it wrong. That's what it's supposed to look like. All right. That is actually much better. Okay, so now we definitely need to get in with our cherry wood, and I think that'll trim it out very nicely. Oh, yes. That looks so good. I really textured, I guess is the right word to say, the roof here by giving it a lot of different variation and depth. And I think trimming it out with the quartz is actually really, really nice. I wasn't expecting it to look so good as I was thinking about it. And then down here, I decided to add more depth to the structure by adding all this detailing, which I think adds a really nice touch to it. I need to go through and add some lanterns here and there and on the inside, but overall, I am really pleased with the way this turned out. It's definitely more grand than this fellow over here. But yeah, this isn't meant to be super grand. It's just meant to be a little hut that is elfish. And this, of course, is the enchanter, which is I don't know. I just really enjoy the way it looks. I think the way it turned out was just beautiful. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about it. I would really love your input and just see what you guys would do differently with Elvish type of builds. Now, let's grab some lanterns, put them up, and that will be the finishing touches. Should have some in here. Some, there we are. And we can put some around here. Let's throw one up right about there. And have to shimmy around here. One probably there, and there ought to be good. And I didn't mention that I did sort of terraform a little bit up here so I could put the rest of the roof on. I kept trying to look at it in FreeCam without having terraformed, and it just didn't turn out. So I terraformed a little bit. It's not perfect. It's actually horrible terraforming, but at least allows us to have a roof, and we can come back later to fix up the terraforming once we have the time. Now let's just throw some lanterns up on the inside. I think one right about, can't do it there. Okay. Then by throw them up, I mean put them on top of the bookshelves. One on each of those spots ought to be okay. Maybe we move this one. Hold on. Probably hang this one. Of chains, but we might use some fences. Put that one there. And maybe something similar here. Yeah, I think that'll work nicely. And of course, we can come in here and still get our level 30 enchantments. Scout is really exuberant about all this enchanting. Well, that is all the time we have for today's episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a great time putting this all together, even though this waterfall was a pain in the butt. It was a lot of fun. Learning how to do all this hanging off the cliffs itself it was a challenge, but it was good. It was really, really good. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we hope to see you in the next one. Bye!